The Vancouver Island Health Authority confirms it is reviewing the death of a baby last week at Victoria General Hospital. The infant died after an emergency C-section was performed. Now, the hospital was busy at the time and a backup anesthesiologist has to be called. Tonight, anesthesiologists say it's highly unlikely a shortage of their profession may be to blame, and one is even calling for a coroner's inquest. But health officials maintain there is nothing to suggest the need to call in backup help had anything to do with the child's death.
About 3,000 babies are born inside Victoria General Hospital each year. The vast majority leave happy and healthy. But last week, a newborn died here, and the baby's death is now being reviewed by health officials.
This is a tragedy for the family that likely could have been averted. It's always a risk when you have an anesthesiologist having to provide two cases at the same time.
There is only one anesthesiologist on shift at night at VGH, the island's main hospital for high-risk pregnancies. Last week's baby death occurred after an obstetrics patient underwent an emergency C-section after her unborn fetus reportedly showed signs of severe medical distress. The on-site anesthesiologist was busy with another patient, so backup help was called in. But the surgery couldn't wait, so the patient was transferred to an operating room where the on-duty anesthesiologist helped her at the same time as another patient. The baby died.
I know that any delay is ill-advised in this situation.
VGH anesthesiologist Dr. Sue Ferreira was not at the hospital at the time, but contributed to a health authority report last year warning of severe or catastrophic risks in situations where patients need emergency C-sections at night while the lone anesthesiologist is dealing with another surgery. She's calling for a coroner's inquest.
This poor family, they need to know what happened. And you know, if you don't investigate things, then history repeats itself. We've already warned Vancouver Island Health Authority that this scenario was a possibility, and it's happened.
The national standard is to have a dedicated obstetric anesthesiologist. We're the only province that doesn't meet that.
Ferreira is working her last shifts at VGH after resigning over concerns about the lack of a 24/7 on-site anesthesiologist dedicated to maternity patients. Health officials say there is nothing to suggest the need to call in backup help had anything to do with the child's death.
A shortage of anaesthetists in Victoria was not a contributing factor. We have 40 anaesthetists in Victoria, and we have one replacement vacancy, and for that vacancy we've had 9 applications for it.
The health authority supports a second full-time on-site anesthesiologist at VGH and says it offered the hospital $1.8 million, the maximum allowed under the physician's master agreement, but says the anesthesiologists rejected the offer.
Tonight, the anesthesiologists say no one applied for the job the health authority posted. Meantime, the BC Coroner's Office will only say it is aware the health authority is reviewing a stillbirth.